Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Consortium Interregnum. Are you guys excited?
Hey.
You remember where we left off?
Oh God, no! Fuck. Jeez. We were going to be dealing with the aboleth.
Yeah. We're gonna fight an aboleth.
Yeah, to scare
Are you
either
sure?
scare him away. Well,
Oh yeah, I was gonna try to persuade him first to get the fuck out of here instead.
yeah, that is an option.
He also apparently knows my greatest desires. Or desire?
Yep.
Greatest desire.
He may or may not use that against you.
I don't know what that is. But we will
Using
see.
things against you?
No. I don't know which one would count, but I'm interested to see. Depending on what he gleaned off of me. I have an idea. There's like one of two things it can be, and depending on which one he gleaned off of me, it can either be useful or detrimental. But we'll see.
Yeah, it seems like if you betray the party, he's like, look, guys, he's gonna spread my religion around.
How the fuck is an aboleth gonna do that?
Well, you get some mind control thralls, and then you send them to the surface. You you have the thralls send people to the water. They bring in more thralls, and then the cycle continues, and then you have a full-on invasion.
Okay, wait. Write that down. This is a great plan. I
Luna will kill Blair now.
Wait, what is Lunu's alignment?
Luna is good. You're evil if you do that shit.
No, wait, no. What is it? What good?
Neutral.
Neutral good?
George is chaotic, but he'll think of the greater good.
Wait, are you chaotic good?
Yeah, George is chaotic good.
Wait, what is Cinna? Tasura? Tasura?
Oh jeez. Oh fuck.
Well, Blair is true neutral.
Hello?
Oh,
Oh,
now
I
I
was
hear
gonna
you.
say,
Okay.
Cinna, what is your alignment?
Cinna is like lawful neutral.
That makes so much sense, actually. I was just saying Blair is true neutral, and Connor's neutral good, and Austin is chaotic good.
Yeah. I gotta follow my own rules, bro.
So technically, I am probably the most evil person in this party, by default.
Yeah.
Wait, what does Basil count as? I think he's just chaotic neutral.
Well, I mean, he's going through some changes. He started off as like neutral evil.
I would argue Basil is chaotic neutral, but in the sense that a child is chaotic neutral.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think
Like, they don't actually have morality yet, you know? They don't know what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still figuring things out for sure, but he's not indiscriminately murdering people,
Which is good.
A huge
Anymore,
which is a massive improvement.
I mean, he wasn't really indiscriminate before. He was just hungry.
I mean, that's also true.
Indiscriminately hungry.
Indiscriminately hungry.
And willing to do anything.
actually, yeah.
To satiate.
His alignment is hungry neutral.
Dang.
That explains literally everything. But yeah, so we're just gonna. So we also got the Wakandagi last time,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a
The walking doggy.
Yeah, it's like a snake horse thing, and that with antlers. That would be Lunu's
Here.
deep sea racing mount.
Yeah, it's a deer.
It's like a deer serpent.
Correct. In fact, actually, that's literally what it is. Deer serpent.
Yes. And so yeah, we rescued it
All
from
right.
the Marvelous Slayer, and now we're gonna go back there.
Well, if you guys think going to fight the aboleth and trying to scare it off is the best thing to do, I say go for it.
At least
Yeah,
for the
no,
community.
We'll go for the community.
Again, just let me go first, and let me see if I can't persuade him. And then, well, I'll give him the ultimatum.
The ultimatum.
Oh yes.
So then you just drive up to him.
I
guess so.
suppose so. Do we have to roll the
Yeah.
water?
Did you re-up the water breathing or something? Was it like a new day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if there's an air pocket town and we took a long rest, then it would be a new day. And
Yeah.
Do
I'm
I
gonna-
need to,
All right, so you guys rest in the town to refresh everything.
yep.
Right.
You cast water breathing, and you guys swim back out there.
And
Do you,
before conversations happen, if Blair's going to talk to him, I will bolster her just to see if we can get out of here without.
Oh,
Yeah.
guidance
An
too.
actual
That's
fight.
fantastic.
Yeah, the least we get into an actual fight, the better. But if Blair gets mind controlled, and starts saying like, "Hey, the aboleth starts having some good ideas. Maybe we should just destroy the surface dwellers."
Yeah, then I'm going to kill it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if I
Yeah,
get mind control,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
obviously
Kill.
save me.
Yeah. Kill it. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if I get mind controlled, then, well, yeah, do not let me get mind controlled, because then I'll start blowing up the party.
That's true. You are dangerous, but
Mhm.
we do have means.
Mostly because of my incredible magic powers, aka gun.
George also has a gun.
Mine shoots harpoons.
George can. Lunu monkey. You're forgetting the power of action economy and teamwork.
And sneak attack damage increase.
That's teamwork.
Mhm.
Oh, I see it. Anyways, alright, so if I could, Luna, could you guidance me really quick?
Yep.
And then Cinna do whatever the magic thing
Hold
was?
on.
Yeah, you got a D3 to your checks.
Oh, okay.
Let me just double check something real quick. No, blessing only works. I'm gonna cast blessing on you. That
No.
way I can you can roll a D4 in case it does mind control you.
Wait,
What
can't you
about
just-
protection
you-
from evil and good?
Yeah, can't you just cast that on me and then I literally can't
Actually,
get
yeah,
mind
no, I'll do that instead.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Should I give you the double? Wait, no, both cast concentration though. Good combination of that just makes you like.
I could also just cast Protect Good from Evil on me, anyways, and then you can cast me whatever. What's the extra thing you
You
want to
know
cast?
Just in case it overrides something, or like it's going to do something that does not charm or inflict fear. Bless would help.
Okay, bless me then, if that can't require
Yeah,
time.
if you're gonna cast good and evil on yourself, then
Yeah, I'll cast that, and then I should be like hilariously supercharged to give me the best possible chance.
yeah. Just in case.
Just in case. Justin in nick of
All right.
time.
To start off with, highs or lows.
God damn it, highs.
Yeah, it's always gonna be highs.
Every time I rewatched back our old sessions and we went low, we got fucked because of it.
We get much higher.
All
So
right.
high.
So high.
So you show up back to the tunnels that it was living in. Do you guys just swim out there, or do you still take that submersible?
I think we take the submarine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can just get out of the submarine to engage it.
Yeah. You know what? Halfway, like, before we, like, approach where we know it is, outside of the cave, I'm gonna polymorph into that giant crab. And whenever I see the aboleth...
For intimidation.
Yeah. That way, if we need to
Alright,
bluff...
who's outside of the submarine, and who's inside of the submarine?
I'm inside the submarine.
If I have
I'm the
water
only one
breathing,
who
I'm outside.
drives it.
I'm inside, but I'm gonna be outside of it once we, arrive.
I'll cast water breathing beforehand, but then turn into crab. It doesn't require concentration, so you can be outside Tasura if you'd like.
Okay, nice. I will be outside.
Yeah, I'm our getaway driver, so just in case.
Alright, so Blair gets out to go inside the cave once you arrive. You guys get there without any issue. And roll me a perception check.
Me? Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh no. I'm not Holiday Gleam Feather. I only have a +1 for that.
Oh, just Blair?
Oh no! I don't have advantage on it. No, did anyone give me advantage? Does Bless do that?
Bless is
You can add a D3 to it.
and you could just use the guidance if you want to blow it now.
Is that only on one check?
Yeah.
So yeah, Blair's the only one doing it, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, in which case, yeah, I will use the, can I use the guidance and then just cast it on myself?
You should already have a guidance on.
Of course I know that one is so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna guidance. Well, I'll just use the guidance, whatever. What is it? A D what?
D4.
Fucking Christ. Well, I'm not at one anymore.
And then another D3 if you want to.
Does yours thing only work once, or what?
Mine works for 10 minutes.
Oh, good. What is it? A D3?
Yeah.
Alright,
At
5.
least it wasn't one.
I got a 5 now. I moved up into the next tier of 5s.
Alright. Well, if you can make me a DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
I fucking knew it. Did I add? Wait, did I add the thing onto that? Or
Yeah, you get your D3.
Dope.
The D3 does not add to saving throws.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, I have a thing, don't I?
I have no idea.
Favored by the gods?
I'm pretty sure that works on this. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does.
How the fuck is this? What was the exact thing on it? It is a 2d4 and add it to the total.
I mean, if it's 2d4 minimum, you succeed.
Yeah. Why? Yeah, 17.
So you feel something reach into your mind, and you're able to resist it.
Dope.
You don't know where the aboleth is inside the cave, but you're pretty sure it's probably pretty close if it's trying to probe into your mind.
Okay. How do I find it? Kind of expecting it to just be like here. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, I'm gonna cast yeah, I guess minor illusion. I'm gonna cast it a bit of ways from me, like down one of the corridors, just to see if I can get one of the tentacles to try to like nip after it or something.
Oh, what are you creating? Like a version of yourself?
Yes. Actually, could I create the Wakandagi?
It's a large creature. What size limits does minor illusion have?
Let's see.
Does it let you create a large creature?
Does it? I don't think it has a size.
I think it's a 5-foot cube.
Oh. Alright, in that case, let me just fire this. If that's a 5-foot cube, then I'll just use the Encore Harpoon instead. I'm just gonna fire my Encore Harpoon then. To create a more realistic image along with the sounds that I heard the creature making. And I want it to look like the wounded one. Like when he was wounded. To make it seem like it's easy prey. Is that fine?
Yep, you do that. Um, what's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 17.
Roll me. Roll me an Arcana check.
God damn it. You're not even making me roll with int. God. Somehow, I tended. Despite all odds.
You can add a little more to that if you want to.
Oh, true. Well. High roll.
You send it out there. And you notice in kind of like the flow of the magic that it was disrupted a little bit. You think the aboleth did something to it, and it doesn't look like it worked. So the aboleth did try and do something, and when it didn't work, it would have realized that it was an illusion. But it seems like you were able to trick it.
Wait, so I was able to trick. Was I able to see it at all, or any part of it?
No, it didn't. It didn't come out, but it seems like it may have tried to mind control it, and when it failed because there was no mind there.
Would that indicate that it's in the direction I fired?
All what it would need to do is be able to see it. So it's in some way near that area. But yes.
All right, so I beckon to the submarine. I'm like this way, so like follow behind. And then I swim over to where I shot the harpoon.
All right, roll me another perception check.
God damn it. Now, alright, 1d3 it is. Do we have anything that could have given me advantage? Because holy shit.
I got
Of
nothing.
course I didn't get to the 10. God fucking damn it.
All right, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Dude, what the fuck? I'm literally proficient in these. What the actual fuck?
Is this like a charm effect or something?
If it's the charm effect, he can't even do it to me. I have protection from good and evil up.
Oh well, good and evil doesn't. Oh yeah, it prevents charms.
Yeah, it prevents charms and frightening and
Yeah.
yeah. And possession.
Nice. Nothing happens.
Fantastic. Can I look around for the Atla?
Can you what?
Can I look around for the Aboleth again?
You could probably try and like call out to it, but you're looking around, you can't see it.
I don't know if I have anything to make this easier is the problem. Like legitimately,
You could have everybody else rush in order to like have you guys be able to assist each other. But if you all rush in, that'd probably seem pretty aggressive like.
I didn't mean to click that. That was an accident. Unfortunately, I have to cast it at a target, which is unfortunate. Otherwise, I'll just start spamming crabs everywhere until I found the asshole. Is there anything else I can roll? Can I roll like investigation or something?
Yeah, I mean, you could also
survival
just
or
try
something?
calling out to it.
Oh, I just do that? Oh, well, I mean, I would have just done that to the start. Because otherwise, I was trying to. I can't.
I mean,
cast
you're
attack
allowed to do whatever you want.
I was wondering why you didn't, to be honest.
I didn't realize that was even an option because it's just like I thought I had to like roll something for this or something. I can't cast attack bucks because I can't see the stupid thing. I'm just trying to see it is the problem. In that case, I'll just go
Yes.
out.
So if you were trying to see it and you couldn't.
Yeah, I'll just call out to it. I'll just be like, Aboleth, show yourself. We need to speak.
You hear a voice inside of your head as it uses its telepathy, and it says, if I come out, you and your friends will kill me.
Well, I mean, not really. What we're trying, we need to basically. Well, I'm here to talk to you. The current issue is that we learned last. I was out of character. We learned last time that like they're trying to get the military to come out here to deal with the Aboleth.
Yes, more than likely the military will at some point show up and force it out.
Okay, perfect then. So I tell them basically, like, look, we learned that at some point in the near future, the military is going to be coming out here to get rid of you. More than likely, They'll come very well prepared and just try to take you out outright. However, if you leave now, you can avoid this completely. And I would even be able to help guide you to a new place to live. The Fathom-Flooded Skies, where you will be able to truly prosper. But if you don't leave, the military is going to come. So I'm here right now.
It says once they arrive, I'll be able to flee. I've outmaneuvered them in the past. I'll continue to hunt in this area till either the food supply is gone, or there's no other option.
Yeah, that's not the smartest move, champ. Also,
Not a good idea, but
yeah, I would roll insight on this motherfucker.
Insight? I sure can.
Yep.
It's wisdom. Can't wait to fail like I have every other wisdom roll.
Yeah.
1d3. Oh boy. I actually 15.
Yeah, you're pretty sure. You get the feeling that he's telling the truth, that he thinks that he can get away. You do notice that these caves are pretty defensible. Even if the military came up here, they'd probably send a scouting party first, and then maybe he'd be able to kill them, or at least be able to avoid them, and then eventually he definitely feels confident that he could escape if the military sent people to deal with him. Whether or not that's actually what's going to happen is another story.
Right.
Yeah, the goal is to avoid confrontation with the military. We want to look good in their eyes, not this loser. No offense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm confused.
If he refuses to go, then we're just going to take him out.
Oh yeah,
we can use one for
that.
Now that you kind of know that, make another attempt to convince him and roll a what do you call it? Yeah, that's the word.
You may have been able to elude them in the past, but who's to say they won't send stronger soldiers this time, given the fact that you've given them the slip so many times? The military's been training strong and powerful warriors. My friends have seen it and trained with them themselves. They have really upped their game. They're even able to defeat dragon turtles nowadays and completely handle them.
Roll your it says, oh, they scared off a dragon turtle, eh? And it says, that was probably a large force. But even still, they were to decide to send that after me, I guess I would be kind of stuck. And it says, very well, I will head to these Fathom-Flooded Skies. I do not know if I will make my home there.
It'd be really funny. Fucking Blair has a profound experience there, and fucking this guy goes and it's like, it was just okay. I started a religion because of the place.
Meanwhile, Leighton just leaves the worst Fantasy Zilla review for those fathom bloated skies.
He just
Mhm.
leaves a terrible Yelp review. Okay, so I think what I do is I picture in my mind the route I took to get there when I swam all the way down to the bottom of the abyssal zone. I picture the route in my head and let him just like consume those thoughts
Yeah.
so that he knows how to get there.
It says, I will trust that your friends will not attack me upon my leaving.
They will not.
Correct?
Absolutely, they will not. You're free to go.
It comes out from its hiding place, and then begins to swim out into the open ocean. If you guys wanted to attack it, you don't get a surprise round on it.
I mean, Blair got out of there without
No.
getting her ass beat, so I'm not gonna fight it.
Somehow.
Palpatine returned.
Well, you know, you rolled poor on all of the ones that didn't matter, and then once it mattered, you know, you got the good roll. And to be fair, you guys did have a very legitimate argument, where it's like, well, the military could take out the dragon turtle. I don't think they're going to really struggle with you.
No, and that wasn't even with the huge force either. That was with like 1 or 2 ships. So like,
yeah, it was with a couple of them.
Yeah, he could have been in huge trouble if they were like, okay, fuck this guy. This guy has caused us too many problems in the past. And they just sent a bunch of guys after him that are super competent.
Mm-hmm. Well, it begins to swim off into the correct direction. You know, with your insight earlier, you believe him when he says, he's like, oh, okay, if things are getting more stable here, then I'll need to find food somewhere else, and the fathom flooded sky seems like a place that he could get it. You know, hopefully you won't attack your town on the way. And he swims away. Good job, everybody.
Hooray.
There's a
We
pat on the
did it.
back.
Thank you for all of your support.
George is like, hey, I'm still in park. Do you guys need to go, or are we going? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Also, I'm gonna go grab my food for my front porch. Give me a second.
All right, I guess
All
we
right.
tell the Bubble Town that job's been done, and then we head out.
Yeah, so for
Oh, Tom is roboting a little bit.
guys,
Mm-hmm.
head out.
Oh, is there anything cool in the cave though?
They are very appreciative. Can you hear me now?
It's
You broke.
getting better.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says my connection's not very good. Drop, actually. Taking a look at it.
Ruh-roh. Well, let's fill this
Now
dead
nothing's
air.
load.
Filling that dead air.
So how about that airplane food?
Oh my-
Sorry, I'm here.
Tom
But
is
yeah.
having a connection issue.
Oh no. This
So
is
we're
terrible.
filling
Also,
dead air.
Am I able to be heard properly now?
We do
Yeah.
hear
Like
you.
my
I hear you.
internet stable.
Yep.
I also
am
got
hearing-
fucked. They gave me the wrong thing again.
Okay.
Well, I guess for the first time.
I can hear you, Tom.
I can hear you as well.
Nice. So you don't really find anything too interesting inside of the cave that I left. You do find a fairly decently large-sized egg with a bright red shell.
Cute. Can I like survival or nature check to like see if I have any idea what this could be?
Yeah, roll it.
25.
Nice. So you think that it's just a really big fish egg, and it probably will hatch into some kind of big fish. You know, it's probably pretty tasty. It's not anything super nice though.
I mean, I'll take it. It could be a snack later.
Yep.
Yeah,
It looks like it's
yeah.
also well, so it's probably it's been abandoned. Um, so it's probably like not fertilized.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever laid it was probably killed by the aboleth.
Oh, we're looking in the cave after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big fish egg. That we could either sell or we could just like have a snack.
So you said it's probably not fertilized.
Probably.
Yeah.
Should we potentially?
All right,
sell-
and
Do you have a way to tell if it's alive or not? Tell if it's fertilized?
yeah, that, and maybe ask the Wakandagi about it.
you let it sit for a month. It it might hatch.
Interesting.
I guess like
Or it could just go bad.
I probably wouldn't go bad. You keep it in water. That is the thing, is that you definitely have to keep it in water. Like if it comes out on land, it'll probably break. You can like put it in a box. All right.
Yeah.
So when you get back into the town and you tell everybody that you have chased the aboleth off, they are obviously very happy.
Mm-hmm.
And they say they have a reward for you. I could bring up the
boy.
correct thing. So they say, we're but humble farmers in this village, and around the village you see like there's like kelp bed, that kind of stuff, and other things that looks like they're farming. You see like some artificials and that kind of stuff that they've set up, and so they say we don't have a lot to give you, but they say we went around and we came up with this to give you, and it is, that'd actually be pretty funny, but they won't give you that. That'd be two guys. Oh, here we go. All right, that makes sense. They give you a spell scroll. This one can be used as a bonus action, and it does this.
Nani?
Oh, ooh.
So they say, we have no real use for this scroll. We trade things as people come in and out, and we had this in the shop for a while. We couldn't sell it, but you all may actually have some use out of it. And it might not be something you'd necessarily pay the full price for, but it's something that you may find use now that you have it.
I vote giving it to Cinna because that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Can
I
I
feel like they
use
can
it
use the
though?
most. Yeah?
Yeah, anybody can
Yeah.
use scrolls.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like
we
saying because
home
it's concentration.
Yeah. We home ruled that scrolls can be used by.
Yeah, you won't be able to use it while raging,
Pain.
but every other time you'd be able to.
Okay.
Real quick, Con, we did suggest like house rule that like non-casters can use scrolls or no?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
Everyone should
base
be able to use
rules.
Yeah, that's base rules.
Yeah.
No.
There's
Well, no.
anyone
I
can,
remember.
anyone can use a scroll.
Anyone can cook.
No, I meant like. I thought I
Maybe
heard
there
was
is a rule.
Yeah, originally, but like we thought like no, that's dumb. Let's just have.
Yeah, I think most people apparently.
I mean, Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, in order to not worry about the roll, because normal scrolls use an action to cast no matter what, and I've already said that this one's a bonus action, and since I was going to house roll that in order to match the spell, I'll also say that this is a scroll anybody can use. Yay, we don't need to worry about the rules because this is an exception. It also makes sense, like, the village, probably, even if it was valuable and they were just trying to, like, trade it at an upscale value, it's still probably be something that they could use. So, I guess it's wands. Anybody can use a wand.
Right.
Which is weird. I feel like, in my head, it should be anybody that could read should be able to use a scroll. But not everybody should be able to use a wand. You pick up a stick, you don't know what it does. Although I guess it's usually you have to know the command word. You know the command word, it works. So it makes sense. But yeah, you guys resolved that pretty quickly. You got a weird egg and a scroll, and you didn't take damage. You didn't have to kill anything. Not murder hoboing. So you guys return home.
Yeah, we got.
Is there anything else you wanted to do in the village or on the outside before you get back?
I think one thing we should do.
Nothing?
How many days till we have till the race?
I think we can do it in any race, right?
Yeah, so there's more than one, so you don't need to necessarily worry if there's one right away if you wanted to have some time to prep. But let's say highs and lows.
Hi.
Hey.
Hoi.
It looks like there's
Cutting out again.
one.
You're cutting out.
4 days days from now.
4 days.
There's one. There's a bunch of others. Oh no!
Yeah,
Can you all
you're cutting out a bit.
hear me
Um,
now?
I will say, we should. Also, do we have any word on the Pope? Is he doing all right?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep.
Okay. I tried to type something into Discord and it's not loading. I don't know what's going on with this here.
Yoicks.
What are you hearing?
So there's one in 4 days. After that, there's one in 7 days, and then after that, there's more with like a bit longer of a skip. You're pretty sure that the guy that you want to beat is going to be in both the next two. He is not going to be in every single race. But at least the one in the 4 and the 7 days you check, he's on the list.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, could we call the union and tell them we have a lead on a police to get rid of the Weed family too, and just to hold off
Yeah.
their relocate? Because we're tight with union. We can just get them to be like, look, we're working on it. So just don't be like beating their doors down.
Yeah. Do you elaborate what that plan is, or do you just tell them that you're working on it?
Like, we have a very promising lead of where we can like bring them to make sure this is as smooth and easy for everyone as possible.
Yeah.
So you say that you're going to be relocating them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Also, I need to use the restroom real quick, but I want I'm sorry. I want to train with my new boy.
Mm-hmm.
By the
You have a
way,
name?
did we give him a name?
No.
Nope, you guys have not named him yet.
Okay. His name he's a deer.
Does he have a
He's
name
a
that he
snake.
wants to be called?
Is there a name that I should address you by?
What's the name?
Well, it is a thing that we would call you.
He
Like
gives
how?
his like you mean like my race?
Well, that would be a little bit rude if I just went, hey, you. What kind of species was he again?
It's hard to pronounce their name.
Yeah,
Walking doggy is how you pronounce it, by the way.
the walking doggy. What if, how do I put it? It would be like, what if there are other walking doggies?
Because I mean we're pretty rare, but I've seen a couple of others of my species.
Yeah.
But not enough that we ever need names. You can call me whatever you want though.
Okay.
Time to pick a name, Connor.
Trying to think of a good one.
Do you remember what you named your dinosaur?
The dinosaur was Tiny Dancer.
Yeah.
This one.
It's delicate.
Delicate Prancer.
No.
Patrick Lamar.
No.
Either Vathi Pharaoh.
Ivervathi Pharaoh is really good. I do like that.
Biscuit.
Beautiful Rising Sparrow.
Sea Cracker.
Ocean Scone.
Water Waffle.
The wonderful water waffle's real good.
Water Waffle.
Beach bacon.
You will be. I will call you the intricate water waffle. The intricate waffle is their full title, and it must be said in full.
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, is there a nickname that you give it, or you always say the full name?
It is proper to say your full name, but if you must abbreviate it, it would be TIWW.
WWJD.
Yep.
You?
The intricate water waffle. Or twee. Twi. Alright. I'm gonna let you guys figure out what you need to do. I need to use the restroom. We are still recording, so continue. Lunu will be training their boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess it's another look into priorities. So we can wait on getting the Wheat family into their new territory after we send the message out. I
Yeah,
guess
we
the
have to
like
go.
next big thing is like, what is the time limit or like the time frame desired for the stealth kidnapping mission thing?
Is this the one in regards to Boros?
Yeah.
God.
Your point of contact that Bubbles told you was going to be helping you out was Fern. So you could message him and ask him for more information if you were looking into that.
Yeah, let's talk to Fern.
Can we have him come visit us? Or could we just call him? Either way.
Is there a bush in the room?
Highs and lows.
Highs.
No. But you guys do send him a message, and he shows up. I thought it would be pretty funny if it worked out. So he shows up after you guys call him, and he walks in on his little roots. Change this back to the where is it? There we are, home base. So he comes in, and he's got a briefcase with him. The briefcase has like a little handcuff on the handle, and it's handcuffed to one of his branches. You think it's entirely possible to just slide the hand because it's a normal sized hand glove, and his branches are pretty thin. So you could probably just slide them off. You're not sure why he has it. And he puts the briefcase on the table, and he flips it open. And he says, so Bubbles has filled me in on what you guys need. And he pulls out a little pouch and puts it on the table. He says, these are magically prepared rings. When you put them on, they have 2 settings. They'll only work for about 24 hours once they're activated. So don't activate them until you're ready to do the mission. There is one for each of you and one for Basil. He says when you activate it, it will allow you to magically disguise yourself as members of the opposing nation whenever you're infiltrating. So that way, you'll be able to frame the other side for it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, we've been working on an entryway for you. And he pulls out a scroll out of a tube, and he opens it up. And he says, so the embassies are right next to each other. They were put there as kind of like a power play. They had to stare at each other, the rival factions and all of that. So the two of them are in the same area. This is to our benefit because once we hit one, we want to hit the other one basically right away. Because once one of the ambassadors goes missing, the other one's going to freak out. You'll probably have a couple hours in between before the news carries, so it's not like an immediate thing. But definitely you don't want to put like a whole day in between. So he says both of them have security underneath and all around. What we're going to do is when you need us to get in, I'm going to have my security detail, bribe some of the guards, get them to have a lower security, and give you an opportunity to go in. I can get you in through the sewers. We can deactivate most of the security features underneath the embassies. We've been doing some legwork, and we're fairly confident now that we'd have the ability to do that. So that way you could get in, hit the one, go back into the sewers, drop them off, go up and hit the other one, come back, and both ways should work. He says, once the security features are disabled, it's entirely possible things from deeper into the sewers may come up. Either Vathy's giant, it's got some weird things living in it. He says, for the most part, it's well contained. But once all of the security features go away, we don't know what's going to happen. So don't assume that the sewers will be safe once we deactivate the security functions. He says, in order for us to be able to do this, we need it to be on a day that both of the ambassadors are in their offices at the time. And he pulls out dossiers on both of them. So the ambassador for Omni, he says, enjoys walking around the garden in the evening. And although security is all around the perimeter, generally there's nobody specifically with them. That's what our surveillance says. So that's an opportune time to hit them. Around the same time, the ambassador from the Boros company is usually in their personal office. Again, they've got a lot of security around. There's generally not anybody with them. And during those times, it'll be the best time for you guys to attack them. So it'll be during night, generally, when most people are asleep.
All right.
Hey, Fern. If I give you some money, would it be possible for you to covertly just get me a really big hammer or something? Because if we're going to be doing a hit and run, we already have the disguises. I have something that's pretty identifiable as a weapon.
Oh, he says, oh no, the ring will disguise your weapons too.
Oh, okay.
And he pulls out of the little bag a piece of paper. He says all the rings have numbers, and each one have kind of different weapon types. So you'll probably want to put something on that somewhat similar, but in terms of the illusion will change your weapon as well. Now, you'll still be using the same weapon, but the opponent will see you as using a different weapon.
All right, cool.
I guess it's like what happened with we all turned to George's in the arena.
Oh, he says, yeah, functionally, but a little bit more controlled.
Yeah. I'm just debating if we need more stealth options, so to say. Make this more you get it.
He says, yeah, I mean, you could pick up a scroll of Pass Without Trace if you guys don't have access to it.
I'm pretty sure we do. Lunu has it, right?
Lunu
maybe
has
some
it, yeah.
potions of invisibility if you don't want to waste your spell slots on them.
I don't even have invisibility as a paladin, so
Well, Basil and I do.
Can you cast invisibility on me? Because how good's your stealth?
Mine is, at least I think I have it. Wait, do I not have it? I don't have invisibility. That is hilarious. It's just Basil.
I have a +5 in dex, so my stealth isn't bad. It's just my sleight of hand is better than my stealth.
I mean, you like I said, you can pick up potions. He says I would definitely prepare for it.
I got a +2 in
you
stealth, but I got good
do it
deception.
sideways.
Yeah, let's let me. Yeah, George is gonna pick up. How much is a potion of invisibility, though?
Oh, here. Do. So let's were to say. Or a potion of invisibility, so not greater invisibility, just normal, normal invisibility.
Yeah.
It'd be looking to run you anywhere between, he says, 400 and 500, depending on the store that you go to.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's pretty pricey.
That's horrific.
He says, but you guys might not even need to use it.
Yeah, we don't really want to be invisible. We want people to like know that it's the other people doing it.
It's true. Yeah, no, we just need a good forgery to place the blame on someone else, if anything.
He says, yeah, and I mean, you'll definitely want to make sure that you're in disguise the entire time you're inside the embassy, for each one, because they will be able to what do you call it? Search through everything afterwards, and you know, we'll temporarily disable. Like I said, we're temporarily disabling most of their security, but you know, they'll send someone in who can like scry stuff. They'll be able to see who was there. The rings should offer the protection. You know, everything should come up showing that it's the people that you're disguised as. But if you drop the disguise, there's a good chance that they may be able to see you. So don't drop your disguise while you're within the embassy. While you're in the sewers, it's not an issue. You don't need to worry about it. But especially while you're inside each individual embassy. He gives you dossiers on
when they'll be there.
Well, like just generally kind of like what they know about them. Both of the ambassadors are woman. The one from the Boros company got started in the Boros company as a pirate. The one for Omni is just a pretty high-ranking member of the clergy originally for Omni, so she wears a mask. As with the local religion of Omni, they worship uh, basically a dragon god. Fern says, and so she's definitely heavily involved with that religion, and the dragon basically runs that country. Fern says so. Basically, in order to be any political position, you need to be a part of the religion. And he's up there. We get the feeling that this position, in some ways, was considered a reward, kind of a cushy job for the person from Omni, because generally we don't have a lot of diplomatic relations, so it's not actually a lot of work. And they say the embassy for them is really so it's kind of like a cushy job. Whereas the Boros Company one is probably seen as less prestigious. Generally, in the Boros Company, the biggest thing is like military power. So being a part of the diplomatic staff is not considered a very high position. So it's probably the opposite. It's probably this was kind of like, oh, you didn't listen to a command, we're sending you to be a diplomat.
Hmm.
They both have pictures. The one from Omni is looks to be a very tall elf woman, whereas the one from Boros, she's shorter, and she's dressed like a stereotypical pirate. So.
What kind of dragon is the Omni one worship? What like color type is he?
Oh man, Connor just told me this. So I asked.
He's most likely coming back. George is going to make a. Do you want George to like try to work on a fake calling card just to throw people off?
I don't think we need to. We're just trying to make them really confused and make them make it.
So we'll go in as we do.
Mm-hmm.
This is the case.
All right, so.
And well rested. I will be right back.
Yeah. In order to be the most helpful, I think I won't do any barbarian stuff this time. Like, I think I'm just gonna try and, like, get out and use my speed. So, like, if we get in there, find the lady in one, I can pick her up, and I can, like, zoom out of there. I have some spells that can make me faster, I have some other stuff. So, like, we can just, like...
fly.
We could do fly, but I could also up my speed to 90 at a point.
Oh no, you can up your speed to 180. I can just cast haste on you.
Oh yeah, true.
And then combine that with the scroll you just got. Ooh-wee!
Yeah, the scroll adds another 20 feet.
Oh yeah. So like, I feel like I'm just gonna like run in there. I'm probably gonna have like a long strider on or something, and then if like we gotta get away from people, I'll just do Zephyr Strike and just get out.
All right.
And then if someone's hasting me, then I'll be 180 speed in a turn.
Connor, what's the dragon type for the person in charge of Omni? I know you told me, but I forgot.
Light, pure light.
Okay.
Interesting. Basil's half-light dragon.
Is he?
Yeah, he's an earth and light dragon. That's why his wings are all crystally. That's why he's gem-like.
Heavily implied. Not confirmed.
Oh. Well, Connor put it in the description for his art. So that's why.
Yeah. No. He is.
Yeah, it's whether or not, it's like 3 times removed, He's got light dragon on his
He also has the radiant
biologicals.
half of his Eldritch Blast, so yeah.
Yeah. No. It's like one of the overwhelming evidence points to this decision.
Yeah. What? He's gonna be the long
Um,
lost son of the fucking Omni Dragon or some shit.
Well, that might be something to talk about with the ambassador when you kidnap them.
With that in mind, which do you think we should kidnap first? Who is more dangerous?
So Fern says, well, if you, he says, we've done some war games, some simulations, he says, and we believe that if you capture the one from Omni, and he says, to give you actually a little bit of background first, Omni and Ormos have basically been in a cold/hot war on and off since the events with all of like the demons and stuff coming out. When Boros lost his godhood, the Boros company in that battle lost a significant amount of troops and weapons, and since then they have actually lost a good amount of territory to Omni. They've consolidated, so that process is basically slowed to a halt. But they're down by a lot. So if you take the one from Omni and you blame it on the Boros company, it's almost definitely gonna probably result in Omni attacking the Boros company. And so you just take them without taking the other one. But if you take the one from the Boros company and not the one from Omni, there's a good chance that since Bubbles is currently negotiating with people in the Boros company, that may cause them to attack us. Because if you take both of them, it probably will just super complicate the situation, but they probably won't start attacking each other again as aggressively as they would if you only took one. So the safest option would be to first take the one from Omni, because if anything goes bad and you fail to take the second one, either Vathi won't be drawn into the conflict. Probably either way.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And Bubbles has said that if a war breaks out, she can use that too. It's just then you have to have on your conscience that you guys started a major war that will likely result in thousands of deaths. He says, matter of
When you
fact.
say a war breaks out, war between who and who? Anyone to anyone? Or
Omni and the Boros company. He says they'll probably go to war either way, because he says, like he said, they've been trading territory back and forth for a while now. But this would probably dramatically increase the stakes.
So, question: what do we do with these guys after we capture them?
He says, I'll be down in the sewers waiting for you guys. So once you take one, I'll secure them, and then once you take the other one, I'll secure them, and I'll make sure that they're well taken care of in a safe environment.
Okay, but what happens if they're returned? Won't they know this was like us?
He says, yeah, Bubbles isn't one of those long-term thinkers. we'll need to come up with some sort of solution for that. It may end up being Bubbles cuts a deal and trades them, but we haven't been informed about what to do. So basically, what I'm currently planning for is holding them indefinitely.
So I just thought of an option. We could pretend and say we're just from a terrorist group. And like an independent terrorist group in Aethervathy. And then you guys can stage a rescue operation where like Bubbles comes in and saves them, or Bubbles' friends, quote unquote, comes and saves them.
He says, yeah, so once the confusion is no longer needed, have it be that we miraculously save them, he says.
Yes, we save them from a group of terrorists, and then Bubble still has them to trade if she needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, oh, now we saved them. Now we're the ones who found them.
He takes some notes down and says, well, we'll look into maybe creating some organization to have that work. He says we probably don't want it to be from Aethervathy. We'll probably want it to be a third party. We'll just say we got them before they left the country, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he says, we'll work to set that up. Put some of the legwork in order to make that seem legitimate, if that is something that we're going to do.
All right, perfect then. Yeah.
So he says, so the days that they have that they know both of them are going to be inside their embassy. There is one happening fairly quickly the day before the race. And then the next one that they're both going to be there is going to be the day after the second race. And then he says there's a couple more further down the line. Those are the two closest.
I think that we could just do it the day before the race, right?
You good?
I think that would be fine.
So that would be in what do you call it? 3 days.
Okay. Yeah.
So for game mechanics wise, you can either do it before or after the races, but not in between the two races. So
Right.
if you lose the first race, you can still try and do the second race before you switch. So it just depends on whether or not you want to do one before or after the other.
Right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to do it before or after?
Before.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a look here. So you guys get all of your information. You got their names too. Their long names, both of them. So the ambassador of Omni. Her name. Gosh, why do I do this to myself? I could have just named her Jeff.
What is it? Like
It's never too late.
Geoff.
It's never too late.
No, her name's like a sentence. I'm just
Oh.
gonna
Is
type
it-
it in here, and you guys can read it.
Who's gonna have the most fun pronouncing?
Amra Onajma Azra Ibnat Al Nuhas Ibnat Sula Yiman Al Amni. What the fuck is this shit?
It's the
Isn't that
title of
Arabic?
Palmud. It's Palmud.
So,
Just
if
name her
you
fucking
need to
press-
call her something short, this is the name that part of her name that she usually goes by, Azra.
Jesus
But
Christ!
that's her
what-
full name.
Amra Alamna Azra Ibnat Al Nuhas Ibnat Suleiman Al Omni. Okay.
Not even
And then
fucking.
the other
Yeah,
one's
has a
name
title
is
as well.
shorter, but just a little bit.
What, like 2 words?
No, it's 3.
Margaret von Ozuiden. No, I meant like 3 words shorter, but no, this is significantly shorter. This is a
Oh,
real
yeah.
name.
Biden.
This is a real name and not utter gibberish, like Azra.
No, both of them are completely real names.
That's probably not gibberish.
Hey, Steven, you might want to cool off on calling one of
Yeah,
those
chill.
names
Is
names
this a real
gibberish.
thing? Is this a real, like, oh shit.
That's a real language there.
I
Yeah,
did not know that. I just thought this was complete.
yeah.
I thought this was, yeah, my bad.
Nope, they're both real names. And honestly, neither of them are easy to pronounce. Because again, I could just have named them Jeff 1 and Jeff 2, and no one would be able to stop me.
Jeff Wittig.
I feel like that's what we use as the code names. Like if you get split up, like a Jeff Wood acquired, Jeff Wood acquired.
No, Azra and Margaret are the two of them. So Margaret will often go by, you can call them Ambassador Azra, Ambassador Margaret. Although Margaret prefers to be called, this is in her dossier, she prefers to be called Captain. She doesn't like being called Ambassador.
Oh, okay.
Because again, for her, it's probably a punishment. For Azra, it's probably a reward.
Okay. Yeah, I think, yeah. Alright. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna get Azra first, then. And she should probably also put up less of a fight herself, considering she seems to just be an actual politician. Not like,
Inside the dossier, they say that, Fern feels fairly confident that he can get most, if not all, of their individual security details to be focused on the outside. That once you're in, you should be able to get them alone. But he says that they probably have some self-defense stuff with them as well, so don't assume that they're powerless. They say they know Azra and Margaret both have access to some magic. But they don't know if it's from items or if they're naturally spellcasters. So for that particular part, they don't know. They will provide specialized restraints that either way should be able to seal up any of their power. So once you get them, you should be able to, if you can get them into these restraints, and he pulls them out of the suitcase, you'll be able to get them back in. It prevents. He says it prevents emergency teleports. It prevents, enemies from being able to scry them. It prevents transformations. He says. So once you get them on him, it should work. He says, though, you'll probably you'll need to get them restrained before you get these on them. It's not something that you can probably just toss on them. It takes a little bit to get it set up. And he shows you guys how to activate it. So he says, just be warned. You may need to either knock them out or like physically hold them down in order to get these on before you get them out of there.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Very good to know.
And we have safe houses for these, for keeping them. Right?
He says once you're outside of the embassy, you'll be pretty protected. Just simply because their ability to come after us in Aethervathy is gonna be them kind of coming through us to look for you. And we know where you are. So we just won't tell them. He says.
Fantastic.
And as long as you guys don't lose access to the to your illusion, everything should be good. If you lose access to the illusion, well, then it kind of gets tied back to us. It'll be a whole major incident. Try and avoid that if you can.
Should we potentially have like? Could we ask for some like I don't know, maybe like a teleport scroll or something, in case one of us for some reason loses a ring or illusion, so that they can get the fuck out of there.
Like a dimension door.
Not be seen.
He says, well, yeah, like a major teleport like that, that's going to be a pretty expensive scroll. You can buy one if you really want to.
How much?
But
is
I don't have it.
It'll definitely be one that gets a holy potion. I'll tell you that much.
Well, give me one moment.
I mean, if it happened to Lunu, it wouldn't be that big of a deal because he could just turn into like a bird or some shit and fly out, or like a rat, and no one would really notice him. You know, the one thing I should have... Ah, damn it.
What?
I just realized the one thing I should have learned from Squilliam before he was gone from the party, I should have asked him to teach me how to curse shit.
So you could like uncurse it and send it to your fathom blood skies.
Yes. Yes, for like hostile creatures or whatever. Like whether.
So it'll probably be for Dimension Door. You could probably get a scroll for 600. And then if you wanted it to be that anybody can use it, I'll say it's like 650.
What about a scroll of expeditious retreat?
That's probably cheaper.
Yeah, it's like a first level spell.
Well, yeah, Expeditious Retreat would be OP as fuck for you right now. That would be perfect for this mission, yeah. Because then you could use the
bonus action dash.
Yeah, you use that, and then you could use the scroll spell we just got.
I can't use both because it's concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I mean for the separate things, because they're not gonna allow the
yeah. He says, I bet you can find it for like 250. 300 if you wanted to be able to use it without the spell on your spell list.
Okay.
So it's about half the cost.
All right, then I'll probably look for one of those.
All right.
I'm definitely taking the role of knocking him out and running away.
Alright.
I don't want to use the barbarian stuff because, like, if I rage and they figure out, like, oh, this person did a whole bunch of wild magic shit, that's probably not going to be okay.
Yeah, in the most disguise I like, non-looking like George at the better.
You know what would be super useful? Just bring George on your back to help you with knocking them out.
That's fair enough.
Because
Yeah.
he's really good at doing that.
Well, remember, you're going to be underneath an illusion, so more than likely, it would kind of look as if whatever George characters was probably floating right behind somebody else. It looked kind of weird
Oh, okay.
because it's just an illusion. It doesn't actually transform you into the people.
You'll just think he has a fly spell on.
Yep, that is true.
Exactly.
Do we want to try and
So-
get that displacer beast cloak fashioned into something like a displacement thing? I mean, eventually, but it might be good for this.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I mean, good.
So before we continue, I could get all of you to roll me quick perception check.
Ruh-roh.
Time to fail.
Oh, stinky.
Oh wow, look at that. That's
Will
insane.
be
George
See, this is
was
why we
aware
have
of
Austin
all.
here.
Pretty good.
Well, let's just say I'm gonna be the stinkiest one all.
Think it up then.
28.
Well, Matt.
All right. Austin, Tasura, Connor, roll me an insight check.
Alright.
Oh, I'm worse at those.
Yeah.
21.
Let's see.
The dirty 21.
I wish I had that 20. Do I get advantage?
Because of flanking.
Nope.
Oh, that damn it.
So, so the three of you, notice, outside, some of the local staff, for the estate,
Yeah.
that you actually do not recognize.
Mhm.
And then, Connar and Tasura, you are pretty sure these are not the normal staff, and that whatever they were doing in this area is probably pretty hostile to you. And you're not sure you are currently safe.
All right. I have my instincts as a barbarian ranger type, and I hit first, ask questions later.
Lunu
Hell yeah.
go
And-
pulling on Tasura's underbelly fur. Thinking this inputting a little token of antler next on you to sort of telepathy at you, going, hey, listen, I get the same feeling, bud. We could observe them and take them by surprise. I'll summon a familiar to keep watch on them. Carry me while I do, because I'm gonna be using its vision.
All right. So I'll just be like, it's time for Lunu's impromptu piggyback ride, and I'll put him back on.
Do you use the you cast it with a spell slot in order to summon it right away?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
All right.
I'm all for
Give me a
impromptu
second.
piggyback rides, but
So it's pretty quickly that you are able to tell that it looks like they're moving away at a very brisk pace. You do not think that they have noticed that you have noticed, but it looks like they're running away, is that they're trying to get out of the area as quickly as possible.
Yep.
So how far away are they?
Right now they're about 30 feet, but with the speed that they're moving, and it seems like they're able to move faster than the average person. They're gonna probably be very far away very soon.
Okay, then I will.
Yeah.
wait,
Trail
you
'em?
tell us. Tell
Trail.
us I can just cast haste on you, and you can fucking literally Sonic the Hedgehog them to death right now.
I can dash and trample one of them. I can go 100 feet and just like trample with a bonus action.
Do you want to go 200 feet instead?
Well, they're 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
I
but
mean, if you're gonna do that, then I won't bother.
all I'm saying is that if
casting
you ask
from-
Blair to cast haste on you, she would probably do it without a second glance anyways.
All right. So
I was going to suggest maybe trying to trail them, and then I
Out of
could.
character,
could you cast pass without trace then, so they don't know that we're following them?
That
I mean, out of character, guys. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure they just set up bombs on our estate right now, and that's why they're running away. They're not
Yeah.
running away because we saw them and they were noticed. They're
Yeah,
running away because
if that's the case, then rewind. Lunu tells Blair cast haste on Cinna.
Yeah, something not good just happened. I'll
I'm gonna,
whisper with a loud
Should we be,
whisper.
like, worried? Should we move?
we'll take
Scatter.
it. Scatter. I'm gonna.
Scatter? Okay, I cast haste on Cinna.
Yep. If I could stay on Cinna's back, I'm going to actually go into my wild shape of the dragon. And if I have concentration, if I have to make concentration checks, I get advantage.
Okay.
Can
Nice.
I grab Fern and run the fuck out of the building with Basil?
Yep. Do you all leave the building?
I would say probably for the best.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna grab Fern and take Basil's hand and then just fucking literally run, like sprint out, beckoning for George to
Yeah.
follow.
I can definitely, if I go with you, Tasura,
Mm-hmm.
we could definitely take out a few, but we can. But with my magic, I can make sure that one of them is left alive for interrogating.
Yeah. Okay.
Did anybody stay behind in the house?
Hey,
I don't think so, because the thing is, if they're running away, they have either already accomplished their mission and have stolen something, or they have laid bombs to blow us up. So I think regardless, if they were trying to get something or fuck with the mansion, they've already done it.
Yeah.
right.
George, I would suggest maybe.
Disarming trap. Seeing if I need to disarm a trap.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could find them? Yeah, huge.
Yeah, that would probably.
I might have. That would involve me having to stay inside the mansion. You guys could probably catch up with them a lot faster than George could, so George will try to disarm any traps.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
with that as well.
George, make me is it? What would it be? Do you have anything that gives you like bonuses to identifying traps?
I have fuse tools, sleight of hand. Not really, but I could use my water stuff.
All right. Well, sir, first, roll me a perception check.
Wait. Hold on. Can I? Shit. Would augury help?
Probably not in this situation.
Yeah, because that's more of like there's a decision. So you could like ask like, is it worth trying to look for the trap? But it wouldn't actually help you find it.
Yeah.
And it takes a whole minute to cast, so
Okay.
the fight will probably be over before it's even done.
Alright, George will roll perception to see if there's any traps. Uh,
21. Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God.
All right. So you notice the house is wired with a lot of explosives.
Our house?
Yep.
Oh.
So you have two options. Everybody else is leaving. It looks like the explosives are about to go off. So everybody that is in the process of leaving will have advantage on their deck save. You could attempt to disarm the explosive, and you'd only get one shot. If you succeed, it doesn't explode. If you fail, you'd roll a disadvantage. Or you can just leave with everybody else, let the explosion go off, and roll with advantage. So it's entirely up to you.
Us having to use an in every fucking night, but at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
it's
what'd you
our
say?
fucking house, Austin.
Yeah, it's our fucking house as well, so. You know what? Risk it for the biscuit. George knew he was signing up for.
Not my fucking property.
All right, and the good news is, I'll let you roll sleight of hand, but you can tell this is a hard lock. It's gonna you need to get a really high roll. But if anybody could pull it off, it'd be you.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend a knowledge of the past to roll a d6. But shit, wrong.
Oh, it didn't roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless one F6.
Okay, 23.
Nice.
So you grab like a wire that you see kind of just like outside the window, and you yank it, and it pulls up the little command thing that they had buried in a potted plant beforehand, and you like literally like pull it so fast that it just flies into your hand, and you look down and it's got like a little mechanism, and it's counting down, and it's 3, 2, 1, and you jam something into the mechanism, and it stopped.
Nice job.
If I had a functioning part, I'd probably explode. It'd probably explode at this point.
Taking a look around, there's quite a bit of explosive things going on. So, next, if I can get you all to roll initiative, and you don't need to worry about taking a huge amount of fire damage at the beginning of the fight.
Holy actual fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
Good news, guys. We're not homeless.
25.
20.
Alright,
18.
Austin saved her ass, but I do want to say, I'm glad I spoke up what I did about it just being a fucking flop.
Yeah.
Also, here's the music I was playing for that defusal. And I will probably just keep playing for the rest of this. This also plays when you're defusing a bomb, but in this game.
Very fitting. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
All right. So it looks like you all see three suspicious figures. They turn and face you once the explosion doesn't go off. You can, you don't actually see any panic on their face, but it almost looks as if they're wearing some sort of disguise. So maybe they are panicking underneath. Austin, you're up first.
How far am I from them?
They're about 30 feet away.
Fuck him up!
You know, George is going to do the move and stab maneuver, where George is going to shoot him. Give me a second, just make sure I'm using the right prompt, though. I'm gonna spend more. Does a 17 hit him?
A 17 does hit.
Alright, and then I'm going to move up. And then hit him with the coin single with a stab.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, it wasn't a crit.
That's super hits.
And I get the sneak attack off of it. So that's 31 damage, and then George is going to use his bonus action to wait, no. Can't disengage at full distance. Fuck.
Nice. So the first one, when you stab into him, the illusion that was making him look like he was just an innocent garter falls away, and you see in front of you what appears to be some sort of living shadow.
What?
And it hisses.
Oh, it hisses. Oh boy.
But all of the damage that you do to it seems to be effective.
Alright, George is going to look, George can't really do anything. What does Sapphire Butler do? Oh, reaction to Funger, that's right.
Well, do you have anything left?
Well, I can't really disengage because I acquired my full movement. So George is gonna stay there. Oh, okay.
You could dash and try and run away, but you would take you just take one attack of opportunity.
George is just gonna stay there for flanking purposes.
All right.
Actually, wait. Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith as a bonus action.
Yep, bonus action, Shield of Faith. So that's gonna increase that AC to 21. Alright. And that ends George's turn.
Actually, it's the Shadow's turn.
Okay.
So one of them is gonna, the one that you hit is gonna turn around, is going to attempt to attack you.
Okay.
A shadowy blade, it kind of like pulls it out, almost like it pulls it out of its own body. It kind of forms itself into an amorphous dagger, and it's going to attempt to stab you with it.
Go for it, man.
With your improved AC, does a 24 hit?
Yes, but I'm going to use my reaction to use the Sapphire Buckler.
What does that do again?
Well, resistance to psychic and thunder damage, and it's going to let me do 2d6 thunder damage to it. Back to it once it hits me.
Nice. It looks like it resists thunder damage, but it still takes some of it, so it's not immune.
Okay.
Something that resists thunder damage, eh?
It's listed on its sheet.
That's rare, I'm saying.
It is, yeah. So you take 7 piercing and 10 necrotic.
Ow.
Do you resist necrotic?
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me check the reborn stuff. Only poison.
Oh, that's all right.
So that's 17 damage. Ow.
The real scary thing, though, is that your strength score is reduced by 2.
Yeah.
As your vitality is sucked from it.
Oh,
Real quick, can we tell that these are all the same thing?
Nope.
Oh boy. I think one of them.
They are, because the other two are going to run up and attack. So one of them is going to run up to. Oh wait, no, sorry. They have 2 attacks. So this other one's gonna hit you often again, or is gonna try to. Oh god. Well, the good news is that it wasn't a crit. The bad news is that it did hit.
Me?
Yeah. They got a total of 27.
Ow. Okay, and you use my action, so.
Well, good news, Austin. We know they're shadow creatures,
Yeah.
which means
Also, strength is my dump stat anyway, so.
well, this could prove to be fatal.
Yeah, no.
So your strength stat goes down by another 4.
Ow. Yeah, no, George shrivelly
Wait, if one of your
arms.
scores goes to 0, do you die?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You become so ugly you die if your charisma goes to 0?
Yeah.
Well, no. Having your strength score go to 0 doesn't necessarily mean that you die. It's just on their stat block it says that's what happens when you deal.
How much damage does it deal to me, Tom?
He did 20 an extra.
7 piercing and 10 necrotic.
Another 10 necrotic?
Yep.
Another 27?
No.
Is it
Total
another
of 17 damage.
17.
Is it another
So
17
like 34.
damage?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, ow.
I'm not rolling the individual damage. I'm just taking the half for the damage, but I'm rolling the strength one.
Okay. So, ow, that's Sorry.
So the next one's going to run up and going to attempt to attack Tasura. Cinna.
All right.
Your
Oh my
AC
gosh.
is +2. Did it
Yeah, at the moment.
They got a 25.
Okay, so that hits.
I can't wait for us to party wipe on these fucking
Wait, hold on.
guys.
So same thing,
Yeah.
17.
Okay.
And then your strength is drained by 2.
Wait, hold-
It's going to
hold on,
attempt to
hold
attack
on.
again. Oh my gosh. I
Did
kid you
crit?
not. This is the lowest roll they've rolled so far. It's a 15.
Okay.
Plus 8, so 23.
Huh. Okay. I will use my reaction to parry one of these, which lowers the damage by by 3.
Nice. So you only take 14. But you still take the strength. This time it minuses it by 3.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Nope.
They sent the most elite assassins out to kill us. This is crazy.
Yep.
I think I've heard of
Alright.
these guys before. They're known as the Shadow Triad.
So I've lost 5 strength.
Yes.
Ouch.
And then the last one is going to attack Basil.
Oh no!
What's Basil's AC?
I can attempt to look. His AC is 17.
Well, guys, both of these hits miss.
Oopsie,
They
nice
rolled
for
really
Basil.
low. Oh my gosh. I was getting worried there for a second.
That's actually
Um,
crazy.
Next up, Tasura, you're up.
Okay. So I'm
There's
hurting
one
a little
directly in
bit.
front of you.
I will go ahead and rage. So that gives me a, let's see, a 7, which means, and I also have to roll the d4 on the weapon now to see what that does. But it's difficult terrain around me for all enemies, for 15 feet around me. And then,
Is that like where you currently are, or if you move, it moves?
if I move, it moves.
Got it.
So that's a 4. So this means that I get, if I read, let's see what it says. I get to add another wild surge effect, which means that I can teleport as a bonus action.
Nice.
So if I want to attack right now, can I still use the teleport on this turn? Or no?
No, because you used your bonus to activate the rage, right?
Yeah, so like the effect can happen during the rage, like the turn that I rage.
Oh, okay. So in that case, you would, since you started the rage, it does it say like oh when you activate it you can use the ability right away? Because I mean
Yeah, it
it.
says you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
All right, so you'd be able to teleport this turn, but you'd have to do it before you attack.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna teleport to right behind the one that attacked George,
Yep.
and I will forego a reckless attack because this is flanking,
Yep.
and just try and smack it with a great weapon,
Go for it.
even though this is gonna be 18 to hit.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's 16 plus /R 1d4, 3 psychic damage.
Okay.
It does not appear as if they are resistant to psychic damage.
Okay, so that's 19 in total. And then I'm going to try and get another one. 19 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
That's another 18 damage. I can't do the d4 again. And because I have haste, I can do one more.
Oh, that's right. Haste.
17.
It dies. You kill it.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
So
Oh my god,
killed
he's
one
just
of
broken.
these.
Holy shit.
Does
Yeah,
that
so
make
16
George
is
feel
your
better?
minimum damage, by the way. That
Yeah.
was your lowest roll. You've actually rolled very low, but with the combination of George's hit, that was enough for you guys to kill this one. So it is now dead.
Alright, are we in a position where... 'Cause one of the things I want to do that might be able to leave something behind for us is I was gonna do Cone of Cold, do a big AoE.
Okay, if you're planning that, I still have my movement.
Well,
Could
since
you
you
move-
guys are further down, and the other two ran up, you'd be able to very easily position yourself that you would only hit those. Basil would feel some cold stuff, but you wouldn't take any damage.
He'll be
Okay.
fine. He has a shit ton of health.
Okay.
He'll probably be looking up the ice anyways.
Yeah, no, Lunu is gonna cast Cone of Cold and blast these motherfuckers to Kingdom Come. Let me get... And that's a 60-foot cone.
Do they have to make a save? What's the saving throw?
The save is... Let me see... Con save.
What's the DC?
The DC is now... I have to scroll. 20. Alright, and that is a total of... What level am I casting at? 5th. That's 39 cold damage. And if any one of them is killed by it, they become an ice statue.
So, let's see here.
Alright, and...
So, one of them makes the save. And it looks as if they resist cold damage.
Okay.
So he doesn't take a lot. The other one got a nat 1,
Oh.
so that canceled out his resistance, so he took the full damage.
Cool.
Literally cool.
Yep.
It was the one in front of, it was the second one, the one in front of Basil, that took the full damage.
Alright.
Neither of them have died, though.
He was so terrified by Basil. He was completely distracted and got whopped by the fucking cold.
And
Yeah, pretty much.
with that, let me see if there's anything else I can do. Let me see. I am in the dragon form. Can I
With
not
dragon
do-
form?
I have 3 constellation forms: dragon, chalice, and archer. Dragon just makes my concentration for spells better.
I see.
And
About to say, like, you can just cast and transform into a dragon. That's crazy.
I wish. Yeah, wait, what kind of actions fire shot? Okay. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Next up is Blair.
You got these.
Have they been absorbing our strength, or just making us take minuses?
Kind of hard to tell. It doesn't look as if they got any physically stronger.
Okay.
Like there's no obvious signs of that.
And how close are those two guys next to each other, the two Shadow Boys?
They're actually probably very close to you because you all jumped out and they ran forward.
I mean, how close are they to each other?
Let's say 15 feet.
Okay, so could my wild magic grenade hit both of them?
Could your what?
My wild magic grenade from my harpoon launcher hit both of them.
Yeah, since it's a blast.
I mean, I would just fireball them if you have fireball.
I do not have that move.
Yeah, you'd
thought-
be able to do that without hitting Basil.
Alright, so I'm gonna do that. And the reason I'm doing that instead of just, straight out attacking them is for the specific purpose of hoping I get some sort of CC to incapacitate one of them without murdering them. Because I do agree that interrogating these guys is a hilarious top priority right now. So I'm gonna fire off a wild magic grenade. I don't know how exactly to link this since it's not really a thing, but I will click this and then just show the thing.
Yep. You just roll your attack and then roll the damage because that is a hit.
Okay. Excuse me. Alright, 16 piercing to both of them. Only minus the V coin.
All right.
And
So you fire out the grenade.
Also, what time is it, by the way?
Huh?
What time is it?
10.
No, I meant in the
Time?
game.
Oh, in the game?
Day-
It's
daytime, right?
probably late afternoon. There's no sun where you are.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to tell. Um,
gotcha.
because functionally it's no different. Um, but if you're worried about like their sunlight vulnerability, believe it or not, Ormos is a perfect habitat for them.
No wonder they're so strong.
I have something
Um,
next round for him.
so you fire off the grenade, it hits them, and oh yeah, this. So everybody, you all get like a little target that appears on your chest, including the enemy, and then words appear above the target, and it says "hit here."
Thanks,
What?
Blair.
Um, functionally, what it means is that you're all vulnerable to piercing damage, including the enemies.
Oh wow, that's
Okay.
really convenient. Where's the
Whoa.
one that was Where's the guy who took the full damage? It's the one in front of Basil, right?
Yeah, the one in front of Basil.
Wow, that's really convenient. It's almost like if only I could do piercing damage. Yeah, that's a hit.
You're forgetting George is a piercing.
No, I was making a joke because I do piercing damage.
Oh, so the grenade is an action.
Yeah, but
You wouldn't get the second attack.
I don't? Oh, that sucks. Okay, I did not know this. Okay.
Yeah.
Did not know. And in that case, ignoring that. But otherwise, in that
I mean,
case,
it let you hit both of them, so.
this is true. But now I'm just going to cast my thingy. Hold up. I'm going to cast Quicken Spell in order to, using a sorcery point, in order to cast the spell as a bonus action.
Nice.
And I don't think I have any spells that deal piercing damage. However, I do have this.
Yeah, there's a couple of spells that deal like bludgeoning damage. I'm sure there's at least one that does piercing. I wonder if the Cloud of Daggers does piercing damage.
It does instead of slashing. Well, regardless,
Yeah.
I can instantly.
Yeah, it does slashing.
Oh shit!
I don't know if there's a spell that does piercing.
All right, so I'm gonna just. I was gonna cast my new spell, but it requires a bonus action to launch my first attack of it, so I could not use both of. I don't have two bonus actions. I'm not.
Oh, it looks like there's a couple of them. Ice Knife is one of the.
Oh yeah, Ice Knife is in fact piercing damage.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit with I'm just gonna cast fucking Guiding Bolt. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the one that's in the Basil.
All right, roll it. Don't miss.
Alright. Or actually, wait a second. Wait, let me just check one thing. Apologies. There's another spell. Actually, no. No. I'm going to upcast Sleep instead. I'm gonna upcast it to 4th level.
Roll the
Yeah.
the 5d8.
Yeah, I will in a second.
5d8 plus another 68.
Yes. 11d8. $68. Holy shit. I casted a point so I can hit both of them, since it's an AoE cloud thingy or whatever how the fuck it works.
Yeah, because what it does is it targets the one with the lowest hit points first.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a pool that's then divided up.
Yeah.
Oh. So shadows are undead.
Does it not work on them?
Undead creatures, undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell.
Oh. Well,
I'll let you cast something else.
oh, thank you. That's
I shouldn't.
But I thank you for letting me do it anyways. Anyways, Guiding Bolt! Woo! Level 4 Guiding Bolt! Woo!
It's alright, you'll probably miss Guiding Bolt anyway.
Yeah, true.
Unless you were Jacqueline. Jacqueline never misses guiding bolt.
So it doesn't.
Alright, that does hit. You're targeting the one in front of Basil, right?
Yeah. I need to add whatever the fuck the extra. Okay, never mind. Let me do it.
Alright, what level are you casting it at?
4. So that's 29 damage. I think I rolled pretty low on that, but it's okay.
It dies. There's one left.
Wow. Oh, the second one rolled very high on damage. Dope.
Yep. Are we back at the top of initiative or Basil turn?
Basil
It's
turn.
Basil's turn. There's one left.
There is one left.
Basil is going to.
Do you have
I
anything
guess-
that could incapacitate these guys? He has sleep, but we can't use it on him, so. Wait. what about
Undead are
hypnotic
actually
power?
surprisingly hard to do that.
Wait, what about hypnotic pattern?
It's charm.
Undead
Can
can't be
undead not
charmed.
get charmed?
Well,
Yeah. Most
This
of
spell
them,
doesn't
yeah.
say it doesn't work on undead.
I'm sorry. If it
It's what it
hypnotic
is, bro.
pattern. No, that works. Unless these things can't be charmed.
Do they have natural charm immunity?
We'll find that out.
You could also try and curse them.
Hold
What?
person.
No, curse. Bestow curse.
What does that do?
It adds a bunch of stuff, but you can kind of say that it adds whatever you want. As long as it's something equivalent. So if you had it that it would like reduce its speed to 0, that is something that you could do. But hypnotic patterns probably better because it actually says they're incapacitated.
They're the same. Yeah, it's spelled the CD.
So
Those curses.
let's have Basil roll a check to see if he thinks these things would be immune to it or not. So have him roll an Arcana or History or Nature.
Arcana.
Arcana's the best.
Damn.
Oh, you got no idea. He's like, we haven't gotten to these yet in the books yet. So hypnotic pattern. Twisting pattern of colors that weave through the air. It's a 30-foot cube.
Colors weave
The air inside 30-foot cube. Pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern Let's make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature becomes charmed. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends for the affected creature if it takes any damage, or if someone uses an action to shape the creature out of its stupor. Basil has a spell save DC of 14. And it's a wisdom saving throw.
Please tell me wisdom is their dump stat.
So it technically is. Strength is actually their lowest stat, funny enough. Wisdom is their second lowest stat.
So I was thinking of grappling them, with the grappling hook for that, but oh well. Because that's also a
you may still need to. It rolled a nat 20 on its save. So it's able to resist the hypnotic pattern. Top of the initiative, George.
Don't worry, honey, you did great. These guys are obviously just the most elite assassins the entire world has to offer.
If you got hold person so we can interrogate it, that'd be cool.
Is it a person though?
Yeah, that's true.
It's some sort of creature, and they might be able to talk. I think imprisoning is a good idea.
Attack this thing. That's the thing. I don't have any.
You can attack it non-lethally.
Not with smite.
Don't smite it then. Just hit him on the head with your thing. Hit him with the side of your sword.
It's a
It's a shot. It's vulnerable to stab, but it's just,
We can non-lethal all those sea creatures. We can non-lethal.
Yeah, you can do non-lethal piercing. You could pin it to the ground, and that's how we defeat it with a magic sword.
I mean, unironically correct.
Just pin it like a beetle.
Yeah. I'm gonna pin it with this sword.
You're attacking it non-lethally?
Non-lethally.
Alright, roll it. That's a hit. Roll damage.
That's
32 piercing damage.
I'll make that 18.
34
18?
damage.
Hold on. Wait, does that count towards piercing?
Well, the piercing gets doubled because we all have piercing vulnerable right now.
Yeah, but I also have piercing.
The sneak attack is added to the base damage, so it would also
Oh!
I guess.
Oh, that's OP.
Yeah,
as fuck.
I can
did
reroll
not
it.
know
I
that.
can reroll it. Yep. Okay. So
Yeah, just let me know what the damage is.
I'm just gonna reroll it. That turns from 18 to 26.
52. That's 52 damage.
non-lethal.
52 non-lethal piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
So on a scale of 1 to 78, it looks like this thing's at 1.
Oh, so it's not even dead yet. Okay.
That's one.
I'm going to non-lethally attack again.
Go for it. I think that's probably a hit. So you non-lethally slam it into the ground, and it looks like
Mm-hmm.
it kind of floats back up. It's like you hit it into the ground, but it doesn't actually like. It's unconscious, but not dead.
So is Fern still on my shoulder? By the way, I think he still is, right?
Yeah, he probably like jumped off once you guys were in the clear, and is pretending to be a fern.
Fern, do you know what these things are?
He comes up and he says, "Oh, that looks like a shadow assassin, upgraded form of a shadow."
Upgrades, right? These things were super dangerous. What the fuck? Almost blew up our
Yeah,
house.
that thing. I feel gross after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I could
I
really
really
hold
don't
this
like
thing
that.
down with the. Yeah.
I'm going to cast planar binding.
That's a great spell for this.
I don't know if that will actually do anything. I don't. Tom, would this work on it?
Let's take a look. Planar binding, level 5. Celestial elemental fey or fiend. Unfortunately, this is an undead. So planar
Okay.
binding wouldn't.
Then
You have a
Do you have
monster.
anything for these guys?
Not so much later.
I wish I had magic circle.
Does Fern have any ideas or know any way of imprisoning these guys?
Can we use those
He says, "Well, it's a
handcuffs that you
shadow,
brought?
so you should probably like seal it up in a box. Like they're really good at like sneaking away. Like if you tie a bunch of like ropes around it, it'll just run away."
Would a hold up? I think I might have something for this.
Does what's her name have a big glass jar? The person who stays with Bubbles,
Right. Charlemagne?
not Charlemagne. The wizard.
Master.
Yeah. Does she have a big glass jar?
So that house has been empty since Bubbles left for the Boris Company. But you can go inside and check if you want to.
Yeah, I'll go look for a jar. And if it's
Hazel,
not big enough, we'll just like shove them in there, make them squeeze. Highs.
yeah, you don't see anything. There is like a normal sized mason jar.
Can I try and squeeze it in there?
Yeah, make me a strength check.
Is my strength still really bad?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to use a rage on this.
Yep.
Wait, you could
Oh, you
also
roll with
hand-
advantage. You just get really mad. You're like,
I get really mad at it,
Get
and I shove it in there.
Jar.
Holy shit! Never mind.
Yeah. So, despite the fact that this thing is a medium-sized creature, it fits inside of the normal mason jar without any issue.
Oh no!
And despite the fact of your weakened strength, you feel like you probably could have even done it without raging. It goes in very easy.
Okay. Do you
I
know if this is
cast-
gonna go away anytime soon?
I'm gonna cast lesser restoration on Cinna first to hopefully make their strength come back. If that doesn't work, I can do something else, but Tom?
It wouldn't, but
Because I believe I have some greater restoration if needed.
yeah, you get the feeling that like your strength is starting to return naturally, as you're not doing
Okay.
anything, and even something as simple as a short rest would return your strength to you. But
Okay.
lesser restoration wouldn't do it. You're just drained, so you just need to rest.
Okay.
Fern says, we'll send someone over to remove all of the explosives from your house, and we'll start monitoring the estate to make sure that no one else can get in. He says, I'll talk with Count Strix about beefing up security as well. this may end up being a bigger thing. If I can get you all to roll me a perception check.
And then the second wave of assassins come in with their second set of bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, who would have guessed?
Same
You
as my
failed the
passive.
Perception check?
I
Insane.
am
God.
rolling.
That's
Unnatural
30.
20.
Lunu, after the shadows were killed, they kind of vanished, like they just like dissipated. But you are able to locate what looks to be some kind of bag, a small bag nearby where where one of the bodies was, and it looks like it may not have been there before.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I have a little baggie that I found next to one of their bodies, or where
Is
their
there some
body
green
should have
in it?
been.
Is it takeout?
Is it reefer?
Is it an explosive? Parnas?
Lunu would know it was reefer immediately. So, what kind of roll would I need to do to identify it, Tom?
Perception check. Sleight of hand.
Alright, perception. 22.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a piece of paper inside. You had to guess without opening it.
So what kind of baggie is it?
It's like a little leather pouch.
Oh,
Like, is it
okay.
sealed?
It's got like a little drawstring, and so it's just closed.
Alright.
Explosive.
You just
Yeah,
put your fingers in it
Alright,
and pull
and
it
feeling...
out.
Yeah, so I can pull it out, no consequence.
Well,
He
you know
didn't
there's a piece
say
of
that.
paper inside.
Just take out the fucking paper.
Yeah, no, look, I don't trust anything right now. Our house is almost blown
You
up.
can't say no consequence, because it very could be a glyph of, exploding
Part
fire.
of death.
I
on a
cast
piece of
fire
paper.
shield on
You-
myself.
You guys
Can
are
I-
allowed
okay.
to do that. Well, what if it's
Can I
dance?
do magical awareness to see if there's like magic in that bag?
There's no magic inside the bag.
Okay, yeah, no,
Wait,
I
you're
open the
saying we
bag
could
and I
send
look at the
someone-
piece of paper.
We could send someone a glyph of cloud kill and just kill them with fucking anthrax and D&D. We just do that to the
Yeah.
Swampy.
Yeah. So you open it up. Inside, there's two pieces of paper. One of them is basically they're two letters. One of them is still sealed, and on it it says for the friends of Bubbles' eyes only. And then the other one is a list of instructions, how to sneak into the base, how to sneak back into your guys' house. It talked about how they were gonna do it. Basically, the details of the plan for them to get in and how to turn on and activate the explosives.
Oh, we should definitely show this to let Fern look at all this too, just to patch up these holes in our security.
Yeah, he looks it over. Do you
Okay,
open up
so-
the other letter?
Yeah, let's open up the other one.
This is
Yeah.
terrifying. And then we get hit by the cloud kill spell.
Nope. So you guys open it up, and it reads, "To my dearest friends, the friends of Bubbles, I hope this attack on your life improves your pulse, so that way you can continue to rise and be successful. Your dearest friend, the Inquisitor."
God, I was literally gonna call this asshole up right before this fucking perception check started.
Oh, that's.
Actual fuck, dude. It almost worked. How did he know? How the fuck did he figure this out?
You get the feeling from the letter he thought that the explosion was gonna go off, but that you would live.
But like, how did he figure out this like perfect plan? Does he have like a fucking? Is there a fucking spy in our fucking staff, or like a?
I don't know. Maybe he turned himself invisible and, flew around above when you guys weren't here. Fern says.
Oh, I mean maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he bribed one of the normal gardeners.
Oh man, this is awful. He's so dangerous, and the fucking Pope, who's like, I'm not worried about him doing anything physically to me. But she almost fucking like literally like carpet bombed our house from orbit.
So it seems like what he was implying in the letter is that the house was going to explode, and he was doing it out of the kindness of his heart to do an assassination attempt on you to boost your chances in the polls. But here's the thing is, your house didn't explode. You don't need to tell anybody if you don't want to that this happened. But if you go off and you have evidence, you have the shadow, you can go off and be like, look, there was an attempt on our lives, the other side is playing dirty. You could show the letter, although you're assuming that it probably, more than likely, the Inquisitor would have done stuff in order to make sure that it couldn't be magically traced back to him. Like, he probably had someone else write it. So, they could deny it and say that it was a forgery. They probably do that even if your house did explode. So that's not necessarily an issue. So the real question that I have for you guys right now, do you go public with this assassination attempt on your life?
There are pros and cons.
For sure. We did, like, kind of quickly thwart it. Not to say these guys are not dangerous, because they were horrifically dangerous and could have actually just completely killed us if we let the fight go on much longer. But
if we do
we
go on
don't have to
about
tell
it,
people that. We can embellish it all we want.
we don't want people thinking that we're weak shit that can get assassinated.
That's the other problem.
True.
So it's like, I mean, we did in fact stop the attempt on our life, and we're completely fine, and even captured one of the assassins. So like, because I think the problem is that I think the chance of dissuading other potential assassins is probably like better, because otherwise who knows how, like, the other people who are possibly trying to kill us. Like
Fern says, oh, so you want to publicly torture the assassin? Send a message.
Oh. I mean, those are your words, not mine, but it's not a bad idea.
I mean, we don't even know if this thing actually isn't just like a summon of some sort. Or
well, we could just execute it in the square, or if you want, I can put it away and it'll never see the light of day. Or maybe then he thinks about it for a second, and he's like, actually, if it sees the light of day, it's weaker, so we'll probably have it see the light of day. He says,
we'll put it on our roof and let it suffer.
That's fine out here.
Oh well, so in Ormos, because the light is technically artificial, it wouldn't affect him.
Yeah.
Take a top side. Says.
Right. Hear me out. On one hand, and this fucking bullshit, we guys attacked their own fucking house. On the other hand, they just gave us a whole bunch of evidence that we could throw at our opponent. Like, no matter who it could be. Like, the Inquisitor, he's probably not going to care. Like, oh, you caught our assassin, my assassin. Who would he do? On the other hand, like, oh my god, it's the
Viscosity?
Not just Viscosity.
Nacrolita.
Nacrolita. Is she still a running candidate or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
We could hold this against Nacrolita.
Yeah, because the Inquisitor is like one of her champions currently under her protection.
Yeah. Despite
No,
despite
yeah, no, I think
allegations, like despite how much she claims, like no, they're not related, and then
Oh no,
like,
no.
you get,
That's out there. They're actively backing each other. That's
okay,
why he's not in jail.
okay,
and that's the thing is that we can literally be like, look, she just tried to assassinate another candidate, and it's like, here's the thing, we've been running around helping so many people that it's just like now all the people we've helped will be like, what the fuck, and the regions we help will be like, what the fuck? Why are they trying to
Yeah.
kill these dudes? They're not even going after the candidate.
yeah,
And it's
no.
like that. It's like that's just fucked. They're going after the entourages. They're actually actively going around and helping people. They'll just be actively like very detrimental to Nacrolida's campaign in a lot of spots. So I think it is worth it to go public.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Also, though, I do also imagine it being very funny if Fern were to just take the shadow itself and just consume it, and we just don't see it. Like, it just goes into, like, the bush, and then you just hear shrieks from it, and then Fern's just like, I'm done! That's just me. But yeah, no, what do you guys, what does Lunu and, Cinna think?
And I mean, we also know. Oh, sorry, you said Cinna.
Cinna.
I
wanna know what
feel like it's fine to go public with it as a show of strength, saying like, "Hey, maybe it's gonna be a taunt to like other assassins that try to come after us. Sure, whatever." But it still shows that we can handle even like surprise attacks that come after us.
Right. And we also have a reporter who would be very happy to get another cool story out very quickly, and embellish it in our favor even more.
Well, you get the feel like Delta wouldn't embellish the story herself, but you've built up trust with her that if you were to embellish the story, she'd probably believe you.
Right, okay. Then yeah, I think we could just get the story out there and be like,
What do you say, Lunu?
Lunu, I think it is the best option to handle, use it as like a taunt saying like, hey, you tried to assassinate us. You weren't even attacking the candidate, Basically, go all out with the whole na boo boo. Stick your head in doo doo.
Nice.
They'll get so mad at that too. As well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be seething. Do you
Well,
think that Tito could look at the explosive and be like, "Oh, I know who made this"?
That could help.
oh my gosh, wait, that's genius!
Maybe.
Yeah. So you guys bring some of the parts over to Tito's hut nearby. He looks at it. He takes it apart, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is some good stuff. This would have done a ton of damage if you guys were still inside that building." He says, "Well, like most things that are manufactured, this comes directly from the deep." He says.
Viscosity.
Okay.
So Viscosity is hometown. Although he says just because it was manufactured there doesn't mean that you couldn't get it somewhere else.
Fair.
He says although the serial numbers weren't put on, so that implies at least either somebody was bribed or Viscosity himself ordered it.
I think that's enough evidence to run the story, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
This was ordered directly by Viscosity, who's going to be the ambassador, main right-hand guy to Nacrolida, just to smear all of them all at once. We can smear all three of them, the Inquisitor, Viscosity, and Nacrolida with this. Bring
And
them
like
down.
Inquisitor's such of a diehard ambassador of like, how to put it,
Well,
Okay.
to be fair, in the letter, the Inquisitor wants it to go public. That's what he set it up with.
That's the issue.
Yeah,
That's my big concern.
I mean, it's not bad for us though.
It's
Not
not.
bad for
The
us.
smear campaign is like delicious.
Wait,
to...
Also, we
Austin.
don't want to make him happy.
Austin.
It's not about
Cast
I mean,
Augury.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Augury.
oh, genius.
Yeah. See how this goes. If we go live in the next 30 minutes, if we do this now, what will happen with the evidence we do have?
All right, let's take a look here.
Yeah, because like
And,
if we build up a good enough case, we could nail them. Like,
So let's see here. So specify the exact course of action you would like to take one more time.
so say we go live with just the evidence we have now, the explosives and the assassin. What would happen, and what would be the
Well, and the letter, and the letter.
and the letter?
Well, yeah, that's part of the evidence. Yeah.
Yeah, and the letter. What would happen if with the evidence
Well, I guess
we
it
have
is
now? What would happen? Will we get the people on our side, or will Nakalita and the gang pull some card of like no?
Well, all you'd get is wheel and woe.
If we, it's
And
if,
the thing about this spell is that everything has good and bad.
Yeah.
So just note when you take this, it the way that I interpret it is general. So if it's both, then that means it's about 50-50. But just if one is bad and one is good, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% bad or good. It just means that it's much more in one's favor. Going public with all of the information, including the letter, you get wheel.
okay.
Okay, playing 90%.
Do cast Augury again, and ask the opposite. If we keep it to ourselves.
If we keep it to ourselves,
Oh.
then what will happen? And this is my last spell slot, guys.
This is fine.
Highs or lows?
Hi.
No fucking answer.
Can we get much higher? We got that 25% chance on there.
I hope you incorporate that song into the end of the campaign.
So,
It's
I'm actually really. You also get wheel.
goddamn vague future bullshit. These goddamn bones.
The good news is that it means that, and in a lot of ways, this is probably because, again, your house hasn't been blown up. You were able to not only defeat the enemies but capture one of them. You're in a really strong position either way, and you get the feeling that that's what it's telling you. One thing that you could do that's a third option, again, that's not on here, is you could wait. Because Aubrey's only going to tell you to go public in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should wait, and then, pull this out as our Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card. Yeah, pull the abusive partner thing and bring up something from, 3 years ago.
10 years ago?
Yes. Remember?
Also,
remember
another
10
thing
years ago?
about not going public is that means they don't know what happened.
Yeah, we could have probably just be
I
dead.
mean, I'm pretty sure they'll figure it out pretty fast when they see our house isn't blown up.
Well, they'll know that it wasn't blown up, but they won't know that you have a shadow.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
those
alive.
things are all dead.
They'll.
Yeah.
I mean, the Inquisitor will know that you have the letter. Whether or not the other people know about the letter is a thing. You do actually also have another third option that I forgot to do.
You want to blow up
could
the house
blow
and
up
go into
your house.
hiding?
What? We could blow up our house?
Yeah, we could blow up the house and go into hiding.
Fake our deaths, and then we fucking go and steal the fucking ambassador?
Yeah, well, you could fake your death. You could use it as a what do you call it? Like it just blows up, and you guys were able to completely avoid it without taking any damage, and thus it makes it look worse. There's a couple of things that you could do here that don't necessarily involve just releasing or not releasing the information.
Well, first off,
you can modify the information.
I don't think we should lie. As soon as we lie, we bring ourselves into scrutiny.
What do you mean?
If we lie in this regard here, and,
Yeah, but
and
why
they've-
how? Do you mean like with the house blowing up and we escaped unharmed?
yes, if we blow up the house, one, I want somewhere to sleep tonight. Two,
You guys could go sleep in Bubbles' house.
yeah,
It wouldn't
but-
necessarily be a lie. The
Well,
house
this was
blew
Bubbles'
up.
house.
It was the Inquisitor's bomb, and we got out without being hurt by the bomb.
yes, but if we are not in the right the
I
entire
don't need
time,
to pretend that we're immune to fire damage.
I'm just saying, who here is better at deception than they are persuasion?
Me,
I'm better at both. I'm like 9 in both.
Okay.
I got a 6 in deception.
Also, man, that's not even our house, guys.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? If I think unironically, if we're going to blow up the house,
Luna would not be
the
okay
only
with blowing
reason
up
to
the house.
actually do that, I think the only reason to do that is so we can really sell the fucking ambassador mission. We fully fake our deaths to go undercover.
I think it is more of a power move to say, "Hey, we caught you doing dirty shit."
I just
Yeah,
think blowing up the house would be funny.
the house blowing up would be funny.
So ludicrous,
I will
and it's
agree.
so
I will
cool.
agree. Blowing up the house is funny. I just think by doing so, it puts us in an awkward place of like, we faked our deaths. I have I have fucking racing tomorrow. I have life. I have plans.
Oh, and also we wouldn't have the bomb afterwards.
Yeah, and
That's
we wouldn't
unfortunate.
have the bomb, which we could definitely use. It's like, hey, Inquisitor, take your bomb back. Blow him up.
Wait, can we get Tito to repurpose these explosives for us?
No, we need them as evidence.
Well, we can keep some of them, but then give the others to Tito.
Let's wait on that.
He
Let's wait on
says,
No, wait
I
on-
mean, if you just want to use them to blow them up, they'll still work.
Yeah, we can just literally. It is just a one-time, throw them and bang.
Yeah.
It's you know
we'll need,
a
we'll
free
need to
fi-
fix the countdown timer, but that's pretty easy.
Yeah, it's a matter of we need that as evidence as well. Also, as a way to kill the Inquisitor in case he's just way too stupid. Just put a bomb in his mouth or something. I don't know.
Oh, can I take pictures of my sending slate of the missing serial numbers and all that stuff?
Can you
Just like
what?
pictures of the explosives.
Oh,
you
you
wanna
want to
take
take? Yeah,
pictures
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
You take you record pictures of evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the missing serial numbers and and also just of the bombs in general, just so we have everything, just as the pictures at worst.
Yeah.
Fern says that he can take the shadow to make sure that it doesn't break out.
But yeah, they don't know
We
yet,
take
Shadow.
we take a picture of the shadow.
Yeah.
That too, yeah, for sure.
He's just like a black jar.
It's a black jar. It's like a jar of fucking
I
smoke.
actually had the shadow enemies. I had. Are these the same stat block, Tom, as the ones I threw at you and Bubbles? I'm sorry, Bubbles and the thing that killed Shava in the last
Those
game.
are the rabbits.
Well, the rabbits did it, but they had summons that they had the ability where they were, you know. No, they had. I'm sorry, they had shadow
I don't know
demons. They had shadow demons. That's right. Shadow assassins. I'm assuming is a different stat block.
Yeah, I don't know anything about a shadow.
Shadow demons are the things that they use to stalk you. They look like the Indonesian shadow puppets.
Yeah, these are different.
Yeah. Okay. Duly noted.
But yeah, I guess yeah, Fern, if you could take this back with you and keep it someplace where you can easily interrogate it to try to figure out more information, that'd be fantastic.
All right, we're getting on 11. Are we gonna stop
Yep.
for the night?
Yep, I was gonna say this is a good point for us to break. You guys didn't have your house blow up, which is sad. I was planning on having you guys' house blow up, and then that would motivate you guys to continue. But I was spoiled again.
We're still. I'm pretty motivated. That they almost like actually like terroristed our house to death. And
yeah, that's exactly what they did.
But
anyway,
if you didn't have 999 feet.
That's all I've got for you guys today. What's
Hey, I'm Boosh /Connar /your Lunu this evening. You can find me Boosh at Conjoin Artist on Instagram and Blue Sky, and you can con the artist on Twitter. Join the Discord. We have fun. Conjoin Cast will be in the middle of the month. I'm not sure what day yet. But sometime mid-April, maybe later April, so we can have some more fun stuff planned for that. Mount Drac ending soon, but by the time this is recorded, by the time this is posted, it will already have ended. Thank God. Gonna pass that over to Tasura. That's right.
Oh, shit. Oh, hi. I'm Tasura. I exist. I'm here. I'm a person. I'm real. I have just been listening to Kahoot remixes for the past 4 hours. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna plug. Listen to the Kahoot mashups.
Fantastic.
Let's give this over to Austin.
Hey, you can find me Octo_Ross if I do something. But do expect something with me and Fabula Ultimate in the future. Maybe for the channel? Who knows?
Oh yeah.
I am running some one-shot, so if you're watching this and I haven't gotten more than 4 players, or if I've already made a second group, you can find me, talk to me on through the Discord. Join the Discord; it's there for a reason. Anyways, Steven.
Hello, it was I, Blair Audina, persuader of Atlas and sniffer of bombs. Yes, she was played by me, Venty. I wasn't listening to cool remixes for the past few hours. I was just listening. This episode of Consortium Interregnum brought to you by Safe Room Part 2 from the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog OST. You can find me at 1Venty79 on Twitter, Venty179 on Twitch and YouTube, and it's kind of it. Venty on Blue Sky, I guess, and a few other random places. I'm gonna be at fucking the Pokemon Regional Championships in Orlando this weekend. I'm excited for that. If you're there, It's too late to catch me because the video won't be out by then. But maybe I would have met you anyways. Anyways, Tom.
Man, we've got sponsors. I'm not even getting paid. So my name is Tom. I'm the DM for today. My plug for today is the word spaghettiification. It's a real word. It's in astrophysics. It's what happens when you get too close to a black hole. But it's the official word for the process, spaghettiification, because you look like spaghetti.
Yep.
I can't pronounce it.
You know what's funny?
Italian,
I want to.
this is true.
This is true. This is true. I remember in 2nd grade I wanted to be an astronaut up until I learned that black holes existed, and that absolutely terrified me on an existential level that I no longer wanted to be an astronaut.
Look, I'll be honest. If a black hole was what you were worried about,
I'd be dead already.
by the time
Yeah.
we're old and dead, if an astronaut has a problem with a black hole, you have a problem with a black hole without
Exactly.
being an astronaut.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so my plug for today is
Spaghettification.
making spaghetti in a black hole. That's my plug today.
Made out of astronauts.
Go at it.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.